Hey guys, just by way of quick introduction, of course we're all here for Alyosha, but my name is Jonas. I'm the Vice President of the Berklee Electronica Club. We meet here Tuesday 6 to 8, so feel free to come by next week. We have a visiting artist today, Alyosha Barreiro. We're very thrilled that he's here. He's a Berklee alum, graduated I think in 2001.
Nice.
So we're really glad to have him back and excited to hear what he's going to tell us about production techniques, live performance techniques. So one more time.
Hello, thanks for coming. It's amazing to be here. To be honest, I got to Berklee when I was in '96, and I thought it was the coolest place on earth. I truly thought it, and I still think it's one of the most remarkable places I've ever been. Like now that I arrived, I almost cried. I saw it, and I lived here for more than 5 years, and it's great to be sharing a little bit of my experience after Berklee, because perhaps most of you, hopefully, are going to be in my place one of these days, and it would be great to share with people. It doesn't mean I know more. Perhaps most of you know more than I do, and it doesn't matter who knows more. But just the fact that we can share our experience, it's great. So what we're going to see today is, first of all, who's a DJ here? Somebody's a DJ? What do you play? What
style of music?
Yeah.
I do more of like the up-tempo, Chicago, housey style,
House.
underground.
What do you do?
More commercial, like
EDM.
clubs, local clubs, yeah.
Okay, producers? Great. All of you use Ableton?
Yep.
More or less,
Yep.
starting to?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I think, I'm going to talk a little bit. I thought, I gave 2 conferences now in the United States. I'm doing this, and I just came from Dubspot, which is a college in New York, which was amazing. And I thought a lot, what would actually be helpful? And we're going to talk a little bit, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my career, what I've been doing. That's going to be short, just so you have a slight idea. Then we're going to talk about marketing online. I think it's very important, and they truly do not explain anything. It could be so easy, and it changes your life. And then I'm going to play a little bit and explain what I did, and let's see where it goes from there. Does it sound good?
Yeah.
If you have questions, please, this is for you. I don't make it for me. No, make me the questions for you. I'm sorry, my English is so rusty. I stopped speaking English when I graduated, basically. But I think we'll manage. Okay, so basically, do you look good? Does it look good, or should we put down the lights a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, it's good. No, I think it's good. It's good. So my name is Alyosha Barreiro. Those are my contacts. I'll give them to you later on. I am an electronic music artist. I started working, my first job as a musician was when I was 14. They paid me when this guy, it was a young DJ that was called Paul Van Dyke, came to Mexico to play. I don't know if you know it. But they hired me to play percussion. I loved percussion. My mother, she always liked that I liked it, but all her kitchen tools and everything were attacked by me. And I started working. That was my first gig, so I think that's where my musical career started. This is one of the most outstanding percussions I think I've ever been invited. This was the inauguration of La Estela La Luz, which is the bicentenary monument. Now Mexico went about 3 years ago through 200 years of freedom, or that's what they say. And it was very cool because I made the music. I was in Colombia, and they called me. This was perhaps the 30th of December. And they called me and they said, hey man, we need you in Mexico, cancel everything, come now.
Nice.
You're the man. Okay, thank you. This was very cool because actually it's been one of the biggest jobs, not because of the crowd I play with, but I had 2 choirs. I had a symphonic orchestra, and I had a group that I love that I call Tambuco, which is percussion. And composing electronic music, for me today, it's not just punch, 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 punch. That's it. I do electronic music, I put one sample in Pro Tools, and I'm the DJ. I think you can do way more than that. And a little bit, hopefully, this talk will give you some ideas. I wanted to share a little bit of this video. This was broadcasted in open television internationally. so much, but I think that that was one of the more challenging things because I had to do the music in around 5 days. And there were days that I didn't sleep. I was very happy that I was not sleeping, but I had to talk with the people of the actual animation of this beam. And then I had to talk about to the people of the fireworks. Man, I cannot work with your music. It's too fast, it's too slow. So the guy of the orchestra that helped me with the score, because it was a lot of work doing the scores and all the stuff. So it was very interesting doing the music and then adjusting the music to something that actually would work. I don't know if you saw at the end, like I think like the orchestra, like the director didn't understand what I was talking about. Like, what? So this is music that give me Beethoven or Mozart. Well, it was very challenging. This was another of the biggest things I played. The reason that I chose this photo, this was in a monument that we have that is called Ángel de la Independencia. I played in front of around 100,000 people this day. But for me, that's not the interesting thing. The interesting thing for me was for you to see the amount of instruments that actually I use when I perform. One of the things that I have a lot of fun is looping, using effects, delays, and having fun and getting a little bit this musicianship out of the performance. For that thing of just going into DJ, I made it for a lot of years. I don't know if it's the best for me now when I want to reach big audiences. For a club situation, it's amazing. But it's always fun to get involved. So I use a lot of percussions, instruments. I'm sponsored by Pioneer, so they gave me one of these machines. Basically, that's how it looks. That was a great concert. The biggest in size that I've ever played. It was like 120,000 people. And I'm also working a lot with DJs. So this picture actually, I just put it to show you, working with DJs, you have two things that you could do. Do whatever you want, or let's do something coherent for the show. And it's a lot of work, just to make your tracks and to think a story to tell and to get people involved with visuals. So this was a festival around 3 months ago, 4 months ago. It was fun.
Where?
This was called Luminaria. It was la competencia del Cervantino in Mexico. And this is downtown Mexico. So it's a little bit of the things that I've been doing in Mexico. Also, I've been touring a lot lately, festivals in Latin America, some places. So it's very interesting how you sell your things and how you plan your sets. Because there's a lot of ways that when I play at least, that I figure out it's going to happen. If you go to play to Ecuador and you come to play to Chicago, house Chicago is more about house, Ecuador is more about deep music. So you play what you do, like what you actually prepare, but you have to be flexible and to learn how to read the people and to make some kind of bondage among them. I have a lot of DJ friends that, how was your set, like your gig shitty, nobody danced and everybody left. They suck. I'm sure they do. But you have to learn how to do what you do, but try to make people understand. Electronic music, they say it's not one of the main genres and few people like it. I don't believe it. In Mexico, the second radio station, the biggest one is electronic music.